Hey y'all, welcome to the channel. It's been a while since me and the boy have gotten to do a video together. So today we're going to be able to have a Marvel Legends unboxing. About to get into M.O.D.O.K. There's no window box, which is a little bit different than most of these. So you just have a product shot at the front of it. And as you can see here, the size of it is almost as big as him. I was able to go pick this up at Target today. At my Target, they didn't have any on the shelf, but they did have it in the back. So if you were able to use the Target app, then you could just go and see one in your area. And that's what I did. So I was able to get one locally and then cancel my pre-order through Hasbro. This is M.O.D.O.K. M.O.D.O.K's about to be an animated series on Hulu. Good grief. On the inside, so that's it. That's gonna be it for the packaging. This is gonna be bigger than I thought. I'm honestly way more excited than I was initially. It comes stacked, so there's a lot to this, and it's pretty cool. Let me go ahead, just so you're seeing what I'm seeing. This head sculpt looks so much better than any of the pictures gave him credit for. Look, Bubble. What? No, not yet. Not yet. The base on this guy is huge. And since the last unboxing I did with Sam, which I think me and him haven't really done figures. It's always normally been comic books. Don't put that plastic in your mouth. Compare the two. So on the head sculpt, you have the resting M.O.D.O.K face and then the Karen M.O.D.O.K face. Which one do you like better? It has more paint on it than I thought. I really thought it was just a basic, Marvel Legends head, but it does have quite a bit. Alright, we finally got him. He comes with a lot more articulation than I thought he would. Especially they can go up higher than I thought they would. I thought these would pretty much be stuck in place minus the thigh swivel, but you can actually articulate them very well. And there is no bicep swivel on the arm, but it's fine. I mean, most of these are fixed in place, so there's only so much you can do with him to begin with. There is this added detail on the bottom of the boot that I think that's just a nice little touch. For $50, they're at least giving you your money's worth. The paint aspect of it, it's they've definitely put out worse, and there's little things that they did that you wouldn't notice. It's kind of like they went over it with a gold wash, especially in this area as well as these ridges. In the box art, this red right here on this effect, it just needs a black wash. They did a black wash part in the pictures. But once you do the black, it'll make that pop out a little bit more. Here, comparing the Hasbro to the Toy Biz, then that's one thing to me that always sticks out the most is there's pink going through here to this little glow effect. But that's a really easy fix. Other than that, this is great. It definitely beats having to pay the prices for the old Toy Biz. I really like this. I'm glad I picked this up. I'm glad that this is a single card release as opposed to having to get a Build-A-Figure. Now granted, this could have been the Build-A-Figure instead of that god-awful M.O.D.O.K thing we have coming out in the villains wave. And they could have possibly done that. They could have made the villains wave bigger and maybe had 8 figures to put him together and been more bang for your buck, so to speak. But for this to just be a $50, essentially it's a Rider's Wave figure, it's great. In my opinion, as far as the Rider Wave figures go, this is probably the best one, next to Professor X. Yeah. Yeah, next to the Jim Lee style, the 90s Professor X, this is probably the best Rider series. You can call this a deluxe figure, but it's a Rider's series. And it's great. I'm very happy with it. I would definitely give it an 8 out of 10. My reason it's not a 10 out of 10 is because of a few minor paint issues, which is no big deal at all. Sam loves it, and most of the time he cares more about he's having fun with the packaging. So. You can be patient and wait till a retailer has this on sale for $35. then I would do that. You don't have to go out and get it now, but if you're impatient like I am and you just have to go ahead and get it, then it's justifiable. You're not wasting your money or throwing anything away. Next up, we're going to check out the 3 of the Shang Chi wave. I wasn't able to purchase the full wave. I was able to only get these 3. It's kind of weird. Like, Target is getting cases of 8 of some of these figures and maybe 1 or 2 of the other ones. Long story short, yada yada yada, I was only able to get these 3 out of the wave, and the other 3 I had to order online. Now, I did order Civil Warrior, but when I went to receive it, it said I picked up the order and they had substituted it for a 12-inch Titan Captain America. So I was like, hey, right. Anyway, long story short, they refunded my money, but I did not get that figure, so I had to go online and order it. Now, I'll go ahead and tell you, out of these, I'm not keeping this figure. I'm not keeping this figure. Out of this whole wave, the only 2 that I'm going to keep is going to be the Build-A-Figure and this Iron Man. Anything on this 80th Iron Man body, you got to kind of pick up. I'm not excited about the Shang-Chi figures. I know some people are. These are some of the first MCU figures we've had quite a while due to, COVID. Check this out. So first up, we have Shang-Chi. Get the Build-A-Figure piece out. It's going to be Mr. Hyde's left leg. It's about the same thing as all the Kingpin things and the Joe Fix-It. So you're already aware of what you're getting with that. So let's check him out. I do like the shoes. The shoes are really well done. He doesn't come with fisted hands, which you would kind of expect with it being a Kung Fu style. He can get his leg up pretty high. That's cool. As a figure, it's a pretty good figure. I would give him at least a 7 out of 10. I'm just not an MCU collector. Otherwise, I'd be more excited about this. But as a new MCU figure, he's great. So next, we're about to check Wenwu, who, between these 2, I'm definitely more excited about. I love the diaphragm joint. This is another figure that has completely brand new parts and sculpt. And it's really well done. The engineering on the arms, especially, how you almost have 2 different pegs. There's a certain peg on the top that'll cup into the bicep, and there's a different peg over here in the forearm. So it's double jointed, but it also gives a different range. So Wenwu is actually a really cool figure. Messing around with him again, a figure that's got completely new sculpt. Everything on him is brand new, especially, I don't know what it's called, but Cabal from Mortal Kombat, we'll just say that it's Cabal's weapon. You can't really move him or pose him around much, but everything from the waist up is great. I really enjoyed the sculpted forearms. That's a very nice detail. All right, last up for today, and this is the figure that I'm definitely going to keep. I'm a really big fan of the 80th Iron Man. I love this book. War Machine was one of my top figures of 2020. This new AI head is the primary, I believe it would be the primary reason for people to be picking this one up. He's been having fun. So just a quick recap. M.O.D.O.K is great. He's definitely worth picking up, but if you can be patient and wait for him to go on sale for around $35, to me it's a little bit more justifiable than having to go out and shell out $55 right now. But if you don't have Toy Biz like I do, he's great. Uh-oh. You taking my hat? No, don't take my hat. Don't take my hat. Now, I love the 80th one that's almost 2 years old with the classic gold and red. There's just something about this matte yellow and red that kind of gives it a more sleek feel. So I enjoy it, and I can't wait to add a little bit of white to the AI head sculpt to make those details pop out a little bit more. This is just a nice little touch. So I believe anything that comes out on this body is worth the money, hands down. If you collect MCU figures, then definitely pick these up. They are really great with entirely new bodies. It's exciting to see what's going to come from it. With this standard Shang Chi figure, it's very odd, but the thing I like the most about it is the shoes, which I'm sure has been on something else. As that's going to be it for today. It's going to be about bath time for us. So I hope this video was informative in at least some capacity for you, and good luck hunting, guys. Stay safe and be great.